Hi friends, I'm Amber from Bunk Around and Find Out Designs. Today we're going to continue with our project where we are transforming a curio cabinet into a fun disco club for plants. So where we're at so far, this used to be a plain brown curio cabinet that we were able to pick up from the Habitat for Humanity store, which we then cut in half so we now have two of our disco club habitats for plants. We created a shelf made out of a grate so that drainage and airflow will keep things healthy for the plant. We need to add lights. We need to add some small fans for air circulation. We need to add our humidifier and thermometer to make sure that the plants don't cook and they have the perfect moisture in the air. And we also need to protect this cabinet from that moisture. So what I've done so far, I caulked the shit out of everything. Caulked. Cracks are filled. This bottom layer I hit with a 2-part epoxy resin. Then I painted over it just so that it would be invisible. Then I put this fabulous glittery contact paper over that. So this bottom layer is so super waterproof, and it's been caulked around all edges to protect any of the wood from any of the moisture that will inevitably be in this disco for plants. Now, the doors for this cabinet originally were oriented like this, so that it was hinged here and would open like this. Now, the way that it's going to be placed within this space, that just doesn't work. You won't be able to get to the plants if it's opening that way. So we're going to change it so that it opens like this. Time to make some modifications. Success! We got the door on! Woo-hoo! It was a little smoky, it was a little messy, some blood was spilled, kind of like a real nightclub. Now time to add the lights and the fan and the thermometer. Okay, so my strategy for lighting and for the fans is to have neat, orderly cords and a streamlined power system. So I have this multi-USB plug. It will live up here, totally invisible. So we'll run the electricity in here, it plugs in, and then we'll just drop the cords down inside this disco environment. I have my lights and my fans all plugged up there. So here's what my lights look like. Here's my plant growing lights. The plants will love them. My little fans. And everything has the same plugs that will work with just that one power strip. All right, I got all my wires run. The fans are blowing. The lights work. Everything's nice and organized. And all of my cords come out the roof and are hidden up here and will completely be non-visible and not be an element of the design. So this is how it looks at this point. The plants are going to be so happy. Now it's time to take it to the space, get it installed, add all the razzle dazzle, and it'll be time to open our carnivorous plant disco.
Hey friends, I'm Callie. Today I'm going to talk about how we brought this cabinet to the next level and made it a plant disco cabinet. So the first thing that makes it a plant disco cabinet would be plants. I have lots of cuttings and small baby plants and ordered quite a few plants just for this project. What a great excuse. So first I went through and decided which plants I wanted to put in these cabinets and went ahead and potted them in new little planters. Then they made their way to their new home, thinking about space, what fills it, and all that kind of stuff. Balancing, composition, blah, blah, blah. Got that all in there. Then we added some little moss balls, some skulls that Amber made. We also added temperature gauges that can keep an eye on the humidity as well as the temperature to make sure nothing got out of whack. And of course we had to add the disco balls. That's what makes it a disco cabinet. So nailed those, a couple different places, hung them up with fishing wire. Super duper easy. It's awesome. I have a confession to make. I did order 5 different kind of carnivorous plants, and they didn't last too long in my care. I think only 2 of them made it to the actual cabinet. So Amber and I felt like for it to be a true carnivorous plant disco bathroom, that there should probably be some carnivorous plants in it. Maybe? Unfortunately, we had to lean on the plastic plants, which were beautiful. They will stay nice green all year long, so I won't have to worry about it while I start working on my green thumbs more. But my little baby pitcher plant is doing great. Yay! Now we can officially announce that this cabinet is done.